Okay, so you want the inside scoop on this Trump-Zelensky meeting. Buckle up. We're diving into the headlines, A&D, the intriguing details you won't find on a typical news feed. From what we have here, this wasn't your average diplomatic handshake. We're talking a last-minute meeting request revealed in classic Trump style and some bold claims about ending the war in Ukraine. So to set the scene, we're talking New York City, right after Zelensky wrapped up his big visit to D.C., met with Biden, Harris, all the top dogs.
Like the whole 9 yards.
Exactly. But then, boom, he meets with Trump.
Which, that's significant in itself. It really highlights how Trump's still a presence on the world stage, even out of office. Like,
Yeah.
he's got this desire to stay relevant, in international affairs.
Especially on this issue, right? I mean, Trump keeps saying he's the key to peace in Ukraine.
Yeah, exactly.
But get this, the way the meeting came about is just wild. Late Thursday night, Trump posts on Truth Social Zelensky's entire letter asking for the meeting. Talk about unconventional.
That is highly unusual, to say the least.
Yeah.
It really shows you how much he disregards traditional diplomatic norms. It's possible this is a tactic to control the narrative, right? Get ahead of the story.
Totally. And then, to top it off, Trump comes out and says, point blank, if he's elected in 24, the war ends immediately. But if not, well, it'll just keep dragging on. Big claims.
Definitely. And that statement really warrants a closer look, don't you think? I mean, is this a genuine belief he has, or is it like some strategic political maneuver?
Right. What's his angle?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We need to analyze the potential motivations and implications of these kinds of pronouncements.
And it's not just what he said, it's how he said it. Like, he threw some shade, said VP Harris couldn't end the war if her life depended on it.
Again, it's important to note the rhetoric. This type of language is often used to discredit political opponents, right? It's about solidifying one's perceived position of strength.
So how does all this play for Zelensky? Well, he hasn't directly addressed Trump's claims, but he has been super clear about needing to pressure Putin to stop the war.
And that's key. No matter what anyone else says, Zelensky seems to be calling the shots, at least on the Ukrainian side. He's the one making the decisions.
This whole thing really throws gasoline on the 24 election fire, don't you think? It shows how much of a global hot topic this war is.
Oh, absolutely. And it shows Trump's still playing the game, even off the chessboard. It really makes you wonder about the lasting impact of a presidency.
Right, even one as, let's say, unconventional as Trump's.
Exactly.
So what does all this really mean for you, the listener? Well, this meeting is a prime example of how much power perception holds, especially in international relations. Trump knows how to grab attention, but can he actually back it up?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
This meeting, though definitely not by the book, highlights how intricate these global relationships are. And it makes us realize that what we think is going on might be just as important as what's actually happening.
It's complicated stuff. One thing's for sure. Trump knows how to make a splash. But can he really deliver on his promises? And how much influence does he actually have now? Food for thought. That wraps up our deep dive for today. We hope you enjoyed this peek behind the curtain of global politics. Until next time, stay curious.